Final topic for today. After much outcry, the remuneration of judicial officers is getting the required attention. The House of Representatives has passed a bill for an act for upward review of the salaries, allowances and fringe benefits of judicial office holders in the country, with a total monthly package of 5.39 million naira for the Chief Justice of Nigeria. In the executive bill submitted by the Green Chamber by President Bola Tinubu, other justices of the Supreme Court are to earn a total package of 4.21 million naira, while the President of the Court of Appeal is to earn a total monthly package of 4.48 million naira. The bill seeks to amend certain political, public, and judicial office holders' Salaries and Allowances Act No. 6 of 2002 by deleting Section 2B, Part 2 of the schedule of the Act and many other provisions relating to the judicial office holders. Babajide Kolade-Otitoju, Mojeed Jamiu, and other guests canvassed for upward review of allowances of the judges on the program on several occasions, as well as the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban-Mensem. Let's share part of that discussions with you.
Our dedication to justice extends beyond the courtroom. It is unfortunate that in light of the increases in costs since the last review, justices continue to live almost beggarly lives in service of our dear nation. The effect of this leaves much to be desired. Naturally, this contributes to the stresses and adverse health challenges experienced by the nation's finest judges. 41 honorable justices' main official vehicles have exceeded the recommended service threshold of 4 years. Some of these vehicles have been in use for over a decade. This means that justices who have been serving this court and this nation for over 10 years are still grappling with old vehicles in the execution of their duties, below those used by the judges of the lower court.
We can't continue to treat judges in the manner that we are treating them, including the appeal court judges, that in my view are very, very important because of the role that they play and the size of the court itself. So something has to be done. Someone like President Bola Tinubu, who in Lagos set the high standard in terms of welfare of judges. We saw judges being provided with Porsche cars for the first time. Yeah, and many of them, you know, were really happy about that. President Tinubu is the president now. We want to see that replicated at the national level. If we are saying we want an independent judiciary, a judiciary in which the judges will freely give judgment from the inner recesses of their hearts, then the things that they need, the tools that they need, have to be provided. Their budget has to be sufficient to cater to those multiple needs.
Yeah, there is autonomy of the judiciary. Their own allocation is on first-line charge, but the funding is still not enough. The ICT department should be well funded. Like, I'm happy that we have a president who did it in Lagos at the federal level now. So this call is at the appropriate time. We want Tinubu to replicate what he did for the judiciary in Lagos at the federal level, not just at the appellate court. Then there are medicals both during and post-service.
In September 2021, the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongban-Mensem, lamented that the salaries of judicial officers and staff have not been reviewed since 2008. When she complained, the former president said, okay, that they were going to do something about it. I waited and waited until the former president left office. It was not done. It was not done. So how do you create a situation in which judicial officers, judges of the Court of Appeal, are this poorly paid. It's a terrible thing. If we want the best, we want to get the best out of them, and we want them to be incorruptible, we want them to do their work diligently and with fear of God, the things that they deserve have to be provided.
The Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission should, as a matter of urgency, do something about the salaries and allowances of our, of our judges.
Right, Jezebel, these are the kinds of reports that give us joy,
Yes, of course, at the end of the day, we appeal to the president to do something, and the president has done it. These are the things that make me proud as a journalist, to speak to the people in power and see them take action on what you told them to do. When we came into this studio to discuss that issue, we discovered that there were some civil servants lower in hierarchy. In fact, those high-ranking judges are graded in the same category as federal lawmakers. But today, the CJN or the President of the Court of Appeal, they don't earn what federal lawmakers earn. Whereas, in the grand scheme of things, they are graded in the same category as those, as senator, for example. But they don't earn the same salary. There are even civil servants in some of the, in some ministries who earn higher than the CJN of our country. Civil servants, ordinary civil servants. Because there are places where people get paid far higher than their colleagues in other ministries and parastatals. Places like DMO, the CBN, NNPC, NCC. They earn far higher than fellow civil servants. There's even apartheid in terms of the remuneration of public servants. So, the former president said some time ago that there are some civil servants who earn higher than the president of this country. So some things need to change. The president has done this, and I'm really impressed because he's done it in a way now, because since 2008, they didn't increase salaries of judges. Now, he has done it in a way that even if they don't increase it again for a long time, they will be able to enjoy this and drink water on top of it. The CJN, 5.39 million a month. I believe that this will help us even alleviate the financial burdens and pressures that judges face, and it will also enhance and motivate them in many ways and mitigate external pressures to help. Then you don't pay a judge good wages. You have no moral right to complain that he took a bribe. So this will at least help them to be more independent, knowing that the taxpayers are paying you well. So you shouldn't look in the direction of that person who wants to bribe you. It will really help us. And I'm not saying that has banished corruption in the judiciary, but hopefully it will go a long way.
CJN, one challenge off the table.
Well, this is commendable as far as I'm concerned. We say it time and time again that judiciary officers or judicial officials, especially the judges, need living wages, as it were. I remember vividly a retired federal high court judge, Taiwo, when retired, lamented, I read one of the interviews, I think he's a judge, and the wife is also a judge. Yeah.
Federal High Court.
Federal High Court, yes. I lamented that, for goodness sake, if you know what we are paid You won't believe it. And these are people that sit on judgments over billions and billions of in the High Court alone. Most cases, financial crime and the rest of them goes to the High Court straight. And these are, when there's a case in a bank and you're talking about trillion, these are people that sit on them. And so I think that this is a welcome development. I hope that also the justices, as it were, and CJN and the Judicial Office will also reciprocate this. This will reflect in their judgments. Because that is also an issue. It is for us to pay them very well now. And it's also for them to be able to make sure that the judgment that comes out of their chambers is also something that we can celebrate. Because of late, the judiciary has been on the eye on the storm. That is one part. Also, severance, part of the deal is that also the severance allowance of the CJN could go as much as about 80 million when he retires. That is good.
That's cool.
So that is very good. That means after retirement, the man knows that at least he will still have something that he can be able to take care of. Because we are talking about pension. That one is pension. People were commending the governor of Ekiti State. When the CJN retires, he was also supposed to be collecting pension. That is part of his pension. And that is what. But part of it also means that it shouldn't be limited to only the judiciary. Let us ask ourselves, what is the average salary of a professor in a university?
Okay.
That is also that is a 4-star general when it comes to academics, or 3-star, as you name it. How much is the salary of a professor? Somebody that has spent all his years in university. At the end of it all, is only 500,000 or 700,000 a month. And you say the man should. He can't even japa, because at his age, the man cannot start, except he start becoming an external examiner or whatever.
Some old
they take them as whatever. But that is. Then let us go to the military, the police. Why I'm saying this is that let us not just focus on the police.
No,
how much is the salary?
How to do it in a way
let us. How much does a DIG in the police earn? DIG. That is the highest rank before the year. What much is a constable? The police, the soldiers that were killed in Koma and were beheaded and the rest. How much is the lieutenant colonel that was killed? Ask yourself how much is earning a month. Those other soldiers, the major, the captain. So what I'm saying is that we should start looking at, in as much as, and that is why people should have living wages. Wherever you find yourself. How much does a major general? The military is not doing well. The military is not doing well. How much does a major general earn a month? Even the chief, even the services, if you are told how much they earn. So what I'm saying in essence is that now that we've started with the judiciary, which is a very, very commendable one, let us also move to the other aspects. The ones I don't like talking about.
I would be happy to see the minimum wage increased on May 1st, because there is speculation now that the president may announce a new.
Is it to the 500,000?
No, that he will announce a new minimum wage on workers. I'll be very happy.
May 1st.
If we can do it that quick. I know there's still debate and all that. It takes time, but that will be the best Workers' Day gift that the president can give workers. Hopefully, because a lot of the senior civil servants, even in Abuja, some of them can't take their vehicles to work. Yeah. Because after the removal of subsidy, it's costly to move your car around.
They can't fuel it.
On their salaries, it's tough. And it's not everybody that is a thief. Yes, there are many civil servants who are thieves. They are the ones who even teach politicians. They know how to steal. But it's not everybody that is a thief. Some, no matter the pressure, they will not steal. They have conscience. They will not teach. They will not touch what does not belong to them. We have to think of those people who would rather die than steal. We have to give them living wages. That is the best we can do. That's the best we can do.
Because as we are saying that also our colleagues. Let us, we are always projecting, take care of this. Most often we only project for people to be taken care of and forget to even ask for us to be taken care of. BKO, some of our colleagues are finding it difficult. And this as a fact. We have to appeal, not only those in the private sector, even those in the government establishment.
Once minimum wage, you see, once minimum wage is increased,
Our colleagues are suffering.
If our colleagues are working in the public sector, working for news agency of Nigeria and others, once a new minimum wage comes in, every worker benefits. That consequential increase goes to everybody, because if the minimum wage, if level 1 to 6 benefits, what it means is that they will start earning higher than their bosses if you don't add to what their bosses get. So there is always debate about what percentage level 7 to 10 should get, what percentage level 10 to 15 should get. So everybody gets something ahead of you, move everybody forward so that the junior does not come as a result of a new minimum wage to earn higher than. So I'm looking forward to that new minimum wage. It will move what people earn a notch higher. Even the senior people, they too will earn higher, because it's about percentage. If they give you 20% or 25%, it will be way higher than what you are earning now. You know, so the Nigerian worker needs to be better taken care of, not just identifying a few ministries, a few parastatals of government or agencies where people earn so much money. We have to move around. No agency of government should be treated like it's more important than others. The armed forces too.
The armed forces.
You should not treat the police as inferior to the army.
Right.
Because that is what they complain about.
All right,
You
gentlemen.
don't treat them like they are important. So
We have to
something
go.
has to be done about that.
It's a good way to end the show today. Thank you so much, Siki, and it's so good to see you again.
I had just to say this quickly. Happy birthday to one of our colleagues, Azun Arinze, who is also launching his book tomorrow. Happy birthday, my brother.
Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Mikhail.
Yes.
Right. And thank you very much for watching. That's all on Journalist Hangout on Sunday. Join us tomorrow for the regular episode of the program at 5 p.m. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11:30. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Olajumoke Olatuji. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.